We are now live. Commissioner Maldonado, you have the floor.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Welcome to the meeting of the Administrative Operations Committee of the Public Building Commission of Chicago being held today on September 7th, 2022 at 1 p.m. Today's meeting is being live streamed. Director Sanchez, please call the roll.
Thank you, Chairman Maldonado. Commissioners, just a friendly reminder that when you are not speaking, to please make sure that your microphone is turned off. But for right now, as we do roll call, make sure that your microphone is on so we can hear you. Chairman Maldonado.
Here.
Commissioner Randall. Commissioner Camargo.
Present.
Chairman Maldonado, we have a quorum.
Thank you, Director Sanchez. First item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the meeting held July 28, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Motion approved. Next item on the agenda is public participation in accordance with the Open Meetings Act. Registered speakers will be allowed 2 minutes to provide comments.
No registered speakers today.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is report by Director of Procurement, James Borkman.
Good afternoon, Chairman, Commissioners, everybody. I hope everyone was able to enjoy their long weekend. Before providing the reports today, I'd like to take a moment and thank Lori Lipson for providing a good example of providing information to the board over the years. I hope she's watching and maybe she'll have some constructive feedback after today's rather lengthy amendment report. But first, the first report in your book is a report for task order awards for specialty services. We've only had one task order issued since the last AO committee meeting, and that's for environmental renovation and demolition services provided by ATC Group, Inc. And that was for the Police Motor Maintenance Garage 4 project in the amount of $48,924. The next 6 reports on the agenda are recommendations for appointment of architects to provide architect of record services for various projects. The first project is the Det Elementary School Annex located at 2131 West Monroe Street. And staff is recommending the appointment of KU LLC, which is a minority and women business owned enterprise. The next 5 recommendations on the report are for our AIS renovation projects. These projects are part of the package that went to the board previously. The first is a recommendation for architect of record services at Engine Company 44, which is located at 412 North Kedzie Avenue. And staff is recommending the appointment of the HOH Group, Inc., which is a minority business enterprise firm. The next recommendation is for architect of record services at Engine Company 57, located at 1244 Northwestern Avenue. And staff is recommending the appointment of Mode Architects PC, which is a minority business enterprise firm as well. The next recommendation is for the Fire Supply and Logistics Project, which is located at 3014 West 31st Street. And staff is recommending the appointment of Onyx Architectural Services, Inc., which is a minority business enterprise firm. The next recommendation is for the Legler Regional Library Project, located at 115 South Pulaski Road. And staff is recommending the appointment of Brush Architects, a women business enterprise firm. Next is a recommendation for architect of record services at the Mabel Manning Branch Library Project, which is located at 6 South Hoyne Street. And staff is recommending the appointment of Studio ARQ LLC, which is also a minority business enterprise firm. Turning to the next report, it's a recommendation to approve the extension of our 63 pre-qualified general contractors for a 1-year term. So these would expire December 31st, 2023. The pre-qualified general contractors were chosen based on technical competence, past performance, relevant experience, among other criteria. And the pool is broken into 5 classes, which are based on project size. You can find the list in your packet at C8. A total of 18 of those 63 firms are minority women or minority and women business-owned enterprise firms. Again, no money for that. That would just be an extension for 1 year until December 31st, 2023. And then the first, maybe as you noticed, we have a lengthy amendment report for you. Some of you may remember the specialty consultants, which get read out. I know Lori did a good job last time. I'll try to do the same. So the first part of the amendment report is for extension of time only, no money, for our specialty consulting services, which provide services in their areas. So I'll go through these by service provided. So the first is specialty consultants providing environmental engineering services. And those firms are AECOM Technical Services, Inc., Wood Environment and Infrastructure Solutions, Inc., Carlson Environmental, Inc., Carnell Conover and Associates Limited, which is a WBE firm, Environmental Design International, Inc., which is an MBE and WBE firm, GSG Consultants, Inc., which is an MBE firm, Ramboll, Terracon Consultants, Inc., Tetra Tech, Inc., and V3 Companies Limited. That's 10 consultants in the environmental engineering space. For environmental renovation and demolition services, we have 8 consultants. Accurate Specialty Joint Venture, which is an MBE firm, Wood Environment and Infrastructure Solutions, Inc., ATC Group Services, LLC, Carnell Conover and Associates Limited, which is a WBE firm, Environmental Design International, Inc., which is an MBE and WBE firm, Specialty Consulting, Inc., which is an MBE firm, Terracon Consultants, Inc., and Verde 2, which is Verde 2 Environmental Solutions, LLC. For geotechnical investigation services, we have 6 firms. Those firms are AECOM Technical Services, Inc., ECS Midwest, GSG Consultants, Inc., an MBE firm, Terracon Consultants, Seco Consultants, Inc., and Weaver Consultants Group, North Central. For surveyor services, which is the next group, we have 7 providers. Those are American Surveying and Engineering PC, an MBE firm, DB Sterling Consultants, Inc., an MBE firm, Environmental Design International, Inc., an MBE and WBE firm, Landmark Engineering, LLC, Terra Engineering Limited, which is a WBE firm, V3 Companies Limited, and Weaver Consultants Group, North Central. Again, that was a total of 7 for that group. For the last two, we have, traffic study services. First is AECOM Technical Services, Inc., DLZ Illinois, Inc., Globetrotters Engineering Corporation, which is an MBE firm, Knight EA, Primera Engineering Limited, which is a WBE firm, Terra Engineering Limited, which is a WBE firm, and V3 Companies Limited. And for the last of our, there were 7 in the traffic study services. And for the last of our specialty consultants, we have 5 for material testing services. Those are Design Consulting Engineers, an MBE firm, ECS Midwest, LLC, Princeton Technical Services, Inc., an MBE firm, Intera, Inc., an MBE firm, and Seco Consultants, Inc. So that takes care of the specialty consultants. The next amendment is for photographic documentation services. This is going to Munsterman Services, LLC, doing business as Multivista. They're the photo documentation provider for our projects. And this would be an extension for 1 year until December 31st, 2023. It's time only, no money is needed for that contract. The next amendment is for our design architect providers. Again, this is a time only extension for 1 year until December 31st, 2023. And those 3 firms are FGM Architects, Inc., Leggett Architects, Inc., and SMNGA Limited. The next amendment is for time only, no money as well. It's for our compliance, web-based labor and minority compliance tracking software. And that's LCP Tracker and B2G Now. And again, this would extend the contract until December 31st, 2023. The next set of amendments are part of our job order contracting pool. These contracts were entered into and we're good for 4 years. They expire at the end of this year. So we're going to extend them utilizing one of their options to extend the JOC pool. I'll read through the JOC contracts. These are broken into tiers based on project value. So the first tier, which is projects equal or lesser than $300,000, consists of Alpha Chicago Inc., an MBE firm, All Chicago Inc., an MBE firm, Anchor Mechanical Inc., Apex Construction Group Inc., Davila OBC Joint Venture, an MBE AMS WBE firm, Impact Construction Services Division 1 LLC, an MBE firm, Montel Technologies LLC, an MBE firm, and Tiles in Style LLC. Again, that was for the 8 that comprise JOC Tier 1, 300,000 or less. The next tier is for our job order contracting providers for projects between 300,000 and 1 million. Again, same extension for 1 year, no money. These consist of BOA Construction, an MBE firm, CCC Holdings, Inc., doing business as Chicago Commercial Construction, Cordos Development and Associates, LLC, Master Design, Build, and Ground Crew Joint Venture, LP, an MBE firm, Robe, Inc., and Structures Construction, LLC. And the last group consists of 6 job opportunity contracting providers for projects greater than $1 million. Those are the George Solid Construction Company, KR Miller Contractors, Inc., McDonough Demolition, Inc., Old Veteran Construction, Inc., Passion Auschular Joint Venture 2, an MBE firm, Tyler Lane Construction, Inc., and Ujama Construction, Inc. We're almost done, I promise. The last is two sets of amendments. The first is for our property management services here at the Richard J. Daley Center that's held by MB Real Estate Services, Inc. This exercise is one of the option years in their contract. The proposed value of the amendment is $168,533, which is the contractual amount, and it would be extended for 1 year. So this would take the 2023 option year to December 31st, 2023. The last amendment is for audit services. That's for Deloitte and Touche. They provide our audit services, working closely with our Director of Finance and the Audit Committee. That exercises Deloitte and Touche's fiscal year 2023 option. There'd be no money associated with that extension. This is just exercising that option year. And with that, I'm very happy to take any questions if you have any.
Thank you, Mr. Parkman. Is there a motion to accept the reports provided by the Director of Procurement?
Move to accept the report.
I do want to go ahead and just recuse myself from amendments that include 2 of the consultants, environmental engineering services, one of those, and it's for Verde 2, and then also for Intera. Other than that, I second.
We'll make sure the minutes reflect that. Thank you, Commissioner.
The reports are accepted. Next item on the agenda is report by Chief Development Officer Ray Gitteroff.
Good afternoon, Chairman. Good afternoon, Commissioners. The first report is our field order activity report. There are 2 projects listed there, a total of 5 field orders. One of the field orders exceeds our reporting threshold, and it is field order number 31 for the Belmont Cragen Elementary School. The field estimated amount for the field order is $68,888.93. We reviewed the field order for approval with our client prior to issuing it to the contractor. The work consists of additional streetscape work along Fullerton Avenue, which is right in front of the school that we're building at the main entrance, which include removal and replacement of sidewalk, curb, and gutter. We're working with our partners at CDOT to perform this work. CDOT's schedule to perform the work was as planned for the following year. So it's something that between CPS, CDOT, and PBC, we agree that it's the right thing to do to help out our partners and get that work completed during this year. I have no other items to report for our field order activity report unless there are any questions regarding that item. Okay. If I may, the change order activity report, there's one change order for the Belmont Cragen Elementary School for a total amount of $44,534.31. That includes two items. The first item is our revisions associated with water service changes requested by the Department of Water to add a water service tap configuration and vertical and horizontal bends to route beneath the existing main. The value for that is $25,175.86. We worked closely with the Department of Water during the planning and design phases. Subsequent to that, the Department of Water requested this additional change. CPS and PBC reviewed that change and agreed that it's best for the project. The second item listed on that change order is to furnish and install additional fire alarm devices for a total amount of $19,358.45. And those are items or devices that should have been included in the contract documents that were not. They were picked up during the construction phase of the project as reviewed by the fire department and agreed to by CPS, the architect of record, and PBC. As I stated earlier, the total amount for those two items in this change order is $44,534.31. That concludes my short reports for this afternoon. If there are any questions I can answer? If not, I conclude my reports.
Move to
Thank you,
accept the
Mr. Greer.
report.
Is there a second?
Second.
Report is accepted. Just before I adjourn, I just want to say, give Lori Lipson a big congratulations on her new appointment. I know she's going to do a tremendous job. She did a great job there at the PBC, and I know she's going to flourish and do a lot of great things. And a big congratulations to her. And having said that, is there a motion to adjourn?
Move.
Second.
Meeting adjourned.